Hello, hi, welcome to this little channel. Now, today I just want to briefly talk about a topic it's something that holds many people back. It's something that controls most people because they're not aware of it. And when you do bring it up and talk about it, most people want to deny, defend, justify, blame someone else, all that stuff. And what that subject is today is the ego. This man, Ryan Holiday, wrote this brilliant book, Ego is the Enemy. And like all of my books, oh, you can't quite see it there, but there's um, texture marks all over it because that's what I do with my books. Ego is the enemy. And it's so true. And Dr. Wayne Dyer put it succinctly when he said this many years ago about the ego. When he was interviewed by Oprah Winfrey, she asked him, "What does the ego mean, Dr. Dyer?" And Dr. Wayne Dyer said this: ego stands for edging God out. EGO, edging God out. And then he explained it like this: when we as a human being are in the mother's womb, for those first 9 months, God is in charge. God puts the ears on, God puts the eyes in, the nose, the hands, the feet, everything. God is in charge. But then when the baby is born, the parents reach down and take the gorgeous little baby and say, "Thank you, God, for this gorgeous little creature. We will take over now." And that's what happens. God gets edged out. Our spiritual side gets edged out from there on. Our parents do the best that they could based on what they knew at that time. They look after you, they love you. Then we have our teachers, our bosses, our friends, all these people start to influence us, and God is moved out. Ego is our enemy, edging God out. Ego is the enemy. Great book, Ryan Holiday, spelt just like going on holidays. Ryan Holiday. Now, the ego is that little voice in our head, if you like, telling us that if we change our job or we change our life partner or we change where we live, then we'll be happy. But the problem is we can change our job, change our life partner, change where we live, but guess what? We take our head with us. We take our mindset with us. What we've got to change is the mindset. We've got to tame the ego, quieten the ego, and live through your heart. That's where your soul is, in your heart. You've got to live through your heart, not through the ego mind. Our Western democracy is built on the ego mind. Everything is about the ego, trying to be better, trying to put out our opinion about everything, instead of just looking after ourselves, our inner self. That's where it starts. And the greatest example of egos on fire are politicians. They love TV cameras. I'm not going anywhere near that. But ego is our enemy. We've edged God out. We've got to bring God back in. Now, if you don't believe there is a God or spirit or source or the universe or Mother Nature or something bigger than all of us, then these videos are no good for you. But anyway, ego is the enemy. Think about it. You can change everything outside of yourself, but if you don't change your mindset, nothing changes really. You'll feel okay for a while, but this thing's what's in charge, the ego mind. And Sarah Brand Breathnack, one of my favourite authors, she called it like this. She said, "Your authentic self's evil twin is your ego." Your authentic self, the real you, your twin is your ego. And the ego is the barbed wire of life. She also put it like that. The ego is the barbed wire in your life. So anyway, that's enough on that. Give us a thumbs up if you get anything from this video, and subscribe to the channel down below there. Good luck, have fun, start thinking about the ego, edging God out. That's what it's done. That's why we struggle. Thank you, take care, go for it. Edge God in. Bring him back in. Be grateful. Cheers.